Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Zombie Vomits here. I wanted to make a short video today on a game that's been seriously taking up a lot of my time. It's very, very fun, very educational actually, and has a lot to do with these guys. So here's what I'm talking about. This right here is called Reptile Breeder Game, and it's by a developer who pretty much spends all his time looking up different morphs, different animals, all types of things. The guy is awesome. The company's name's Rare Breed Games, and I can tell you right now, I've had a blast playing this game. So a little quick explanation of what it is pretty much after you make your account, you start with a little bit of money and you can decide what animal you want to breed. So me personally, I like my ball pythons or, royal pythons. And how it works is there's different shops that you can buy stuff from. So like the Reptile shop. This is the in-game like Reptile shop. Oh, and by the way too, if you haven't noticed already, this is actually a browser game. So you can go onto Google and search Reptile Breeder Game and it'll be the first thing that pops up. And I'm telling you, if you're into ball pythons or breeding anything in general, this is the game for you. It's taken up so much of my time and I love every second of it. And I will say too, before I get too far ahead, there are a few other things that are under development. There's a guinea pig breeder game, and also a dog breeder game. So I may do a video later on that. I pretty much stay with the reptiles. That's my forte. But if the developer wants me to and you guys want me to, I will do my best to make videos for those other things as well. He also has a multiplayer vampire werewolf game. I haven't played any other game other than this, so I can't really give you any information on that. But let's get back to the ball pythons. So earlier in the video, you probably saw, or it's actually my intro, you saw my blue-eyed leucistic. So blue-eyed leucistic is what they call a super Mojave. For people that know, ball pythons and stuff, you know exactly what that is. It's when you take a Mojave male and a Mojave female and you breed them and it becomes a super Mojave. So let's go ahead and see how that actually works. So from this little drop-down menu, the reptiles menu, go down to breeding. And from the breeding center, you can choose all your species, and you can do as many species as you want. And they take up a certain amount of space, which I'll get into later. But for now, I'll just show you how the breeding actually works. So I'm going to choose my royal pythons. Now, on the left-hand side, you got all my males. Right-hand side, you got all my females. I have a lot of snakes. I have a problem with hoarding them. But let's go ahead and find my Mojaves. The yellow you see here, this is obviously my morphs. So let's find my Mojave, and the quality of this one is 229. So it's decent. It's not horrible. So we'll click that, right? Let's go down and find a female Mojave. Now a little trick too that I don't know a lot of people know of is to hit Control F. Little drop down comes right here. Just put in Mojave. And all these yellow bars are where your Mojaves are. I want a single gene Mojave, so we'll go down and find a single gene Mojave. Mojave right here. So we'll click that. And And I didn't name them because I have so many animals. I only name the ones that I really, really like that came out cool. Go all the way down to the bottom here. And add pairing. And it's going to say the COI, which is pretty much the, well, coefficient of inbreeding. The game has a cap of 25%. The higher this value, the more inbreeding depression will occur. Higher slug rate, lower hatch rate, all that stuff right here. You can read all that when you play. So let's go ahead and do that with a 0%. Successfully paired. Now, sometimes the female will reject the male, which means you have to wait the whole period of, you know, the reset period of when you can actually breed them again. So how this works is, let's go check my incubator. Now, I already have my pangolins in here, which are awesome. Now, here's my royal python clutch. Dam and sire, Mojave. So, just for video's sake, let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. All right, so I used a few special items to speed up the process, because as you can see right here, my pangolins, they'll be hatched in 4 months, whatever. The months go by every time you take a turn. So every time you take a turn, it equals 1 month. And in order to take a turn, all your reptiles have to be fed. Their enclosures need to be cleaned. And you got to make sure that all your stuff is hatched and whatnot. So, like I said, for the sake of this, I use a few of my my tokens in game. I'll explain all those later. So I got my 2 Mojaves right here, and let's go ahead and hatch that and see if I can get a super Mojave out of it. So after you click on your eggs, it'll ask, do you want to, you know, hatch your 10 eggs? Yes. And as you can see, I did get my super Mojave. I got 1 out of a clutch of 10, which that's still cool. I love it. They're one of my favorite snakes. Anyways, as you can see, I got a few female Mojaves, a male Mojave, three of them actually, and a few females. It's just so awesome how there's a chance that, you know, things don't go the way that you want it. Just like in real life, when you're breeding animals in real life, you know, going for morphs, it doesn't always work out the way you want it to. So when that happens, you just keep going, you keep breeding, and blah blah blah. So from there, I go ahead and I check him. I want to keep him. The rest of them are sold to the pet store automatically. I got 635 reptos. Nice. Well, let's go back to my no, let's not go there. Let's go to my reptiles. So here's my newborn super Mojave. In this menu, you can see a lot of stats about your new animal. You can see who the father and the mother were. Even if it's from a different player, this game is multiplayer in a sense. Like, you can talk to your friends, and you can actually even buy from other people. You can use their studs. I'll get into that later on. So from here, you can see, you know, like I said, the quality of it. You can sell it from here. You can add notes. You can set it to keep, or all kinds of stuff. As you can see right now, though, he's sad. He's sad because he's not housed, he's not clean, and he's not in a suitable environment. So in order to get him happy, you come up to the shop, head over to the enclosure shop, and you buy him a vivarium. So right now, the size of the snake is 0.5. And you can see that the sizes of the tanks here, they all have, you know, different numbers or whatever. That represents the amount or the size of the animal that it'll hold. So adult ball python is 3. So technically you could buy the small vivarium and you could house one animal, one ball python in there, an adult. Or you could, you know, buy the 30 and put his you know, whatever. I can't do math right now. But anyways, you could hold a lot more. Right now, I'm kind of ahead of the game, so I have racks. Let's clean them. Racks will hold a lot more, and they don't use space inside your room. So as you can see, my tubs are pretty big, or the space is pretty big in them. So let's put our new guy in one of these tubs. There he is right there. I click on him, I add him, add selected reptiles to this tub. And he's in there. You just got to click off just to refresh it. And there he is. So let's go back to our reptiles. And now he's happy. Pretty much like I said, before you can take a turn, they all have to be fed. They all have to be happy and housed, whatever. Now, when you have as much animals as I do, 531, you can make it only by default shows you 200 of, on one page. For me, I have to do the 800 so that I can see all my ball pythons. Plus I have my pangos in here too. The developer made a nifty little tool where you can check all, and then you can feed all. And then once you feed them, you can actually go down here, one stat to skin condition. Now this isn't a requirement to take another turn, but definitely just go ahead and do it. Brings up this huge screen. I'm sure that may be changed in the future. And I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna do muscle tone now. And there we go again. So up here, we'll go through this little menu type looking thing. Right here you got your rep. I'm not exactly sure what rep does. I haven't asked anybody. I'm sure you need it to do certain things, but I'm not exactly 100% sure what that is. Right next to that, you got your turns. So this is a free game. You don't have to pay to play this game at all. So just like, any other free game, on your mobile or whatever, it takes turns to play. And like I said, that to take the turn, it adds the extra month. Next to that is your reptos. I have quite a bit of reptos. And then those are used for buying racks and all that kind of stuff. Pretty much everything. And then next to that is my tokens. So tokens are like the special item in the game. And to obtain them, you can do donations to the developer. And, it's kind of like a package deal. I don't remember exactly what the prices were. You can look at them for yourselves, but let's say, you give them a certain amount of money, you get a certain amount of tokens, and the tokens can be used for tons of different things. You can sell them, you can use them for animals, blah, blah, blah. So actually, we'll take a look real quick at what the tokens will actually get you. And I am not endorsed at all in this video. I want to say that real quick. I'm making this video out of my own free will. I'm not endorsed by anybody to do this. And I'm not trying to promote spending your money or whatever. I'm just saying that's what I did. Just to obtain different things that I could have got later on, but I just wanted to help the developer, so that's what I did. So let's go to the importer real quick. So in here you can see all like the specialty type morphs of animals and stuff. This is where I go when I am looking for a specific single morph animal. Now you can get single morph animals without coming here. This is just, obviously the quickest way. But it works as like a bid system. So you can bid one token, and at, I think 2 minutes before 8 p.m. server time, it's 1 now, the bids close. If you're the highest bidder, you win that item. You can also buy animals, like I said, at the regular shop, the in-game shop, but you can also go to the market, which is the player market. So let's check out the reptile market real quick. So now these are all animals sold by actual players, like Kalen right there. There's Skywalker, and a lot of these players I actually know. Gray Malkin, I play with them all the time. I talk to them. They're awesome people, and they've helped me out so much. And like I said, you can just buy it stuff off each other. You know, you can even reserve it for your friend, whatever you want. There's also an auction house, a reptile auction. That's actually really nice. So let's go ahead and take a second. We'll place a bid on... Oh, can't place a bid. What? Oh, I'm already the highest bidder. Let's do another one then. We'll find a random one. Let's do Tyler Dean's. Just a random one, I guess. We'll put 1,001. There we go. Bid posted. Let's go down to the stud market now. So the stud market is players put their male animals, mostly, you know, you see ball pythons here. There's tons of different stuff. And they put it for a set price. So you know, this one's 5,000. And pretty much what you can do is you can breed your female off of, you know, whatever stud you want. So let's take a look real quick and see if we can find anything cool. I mean, they're all cool. Let's just do this one, I guess. It's a random one. So buy stud. And these are all my females. And I can literally do it to whatever female I want. So we'll do it to that one. No inbreeding. Sounds good. Purchase it for 5,000 reptos. That's pretty much the market as it goes, you know, for your reptos. Now, the token market is a little bit different. You can buy tokens from here. They're a little expensive, as you can tell. You can sell them for a minimum of 150,000 to 300,000. That's the biggest reason for me personally to donate to the developer for tokens, because I can sell these and then I can buy racks, which means I can get even more animals. The other thing too, you know, and I'm not just saying this, is when you have a single developer, I'm assuming he's a single dev with a few other people that are helping him out, but for the most part I think he's a single dev. For somebody to put this amount of time and effort into something that they love, I am all for helping that person, or, you know, helping them expand. And he's adding so much stuff. I ask him, you know, can we have GHI? Can we have butter? You know, and he replies to me so quickly and is like, you know what, I'm gonna add that in. You know, it might take a little bit, but he's gonna add it in. So he's a wicked cool guy, and he's working his heart out for this thing. So I'm all good with helping him out whatever way I can. So token market, you can buy them. Turn market, you can actually sell your turns for 2 tokens, which is pretty cool. Let's go over to the shop. Let's go to the token shop. You can buy different things. You can buy 100,000 reptos for 1. Like I said, you could sell them for 300,000 if you want. Do that. Don't sell them here. But you can get 5 max turns for 10. You can get 5 plus turns. So if you're down to 15, you just hit that once and you can get 5. 2 plus max auction, and then you can get breeding XP and genetics XP. Real quickly, genetics XP, I'm level 43. You need a certain level to be able to breed more morphs to each other. So if you have one that has, you know, 6 morphs, one animal has 6 morphs, another animal has 6 morphs, you might need let's just say level 21. That's not, you know, I'm just making that up. Let's just say you need to be level 21 in order to actually breed those 2. And if you're not, you just keep breeding, you know, lower number morphs to each other. I'm not sure what the breeding XP does, honestly. I couldn't tell you that. I guess I'll have to find out. In the community tab, there's a lot of different stuff. Your buddies, top 50 reptiles, which I've actually never even looked at. This guy's got a 757. That's awesome. That's crazy. And there's a lot more things you can check out too. Shows, competitions, you know, all that kind of stuff. Now, before I end the video, I just wanted to say to all the newer people that are coming in, it seems Like, you're gonna be using turns. You're not gonna have much things to do. I'm telling you, just give it time. In the beginning, yes, you're gonna be using a lot of turns to start breeding your animals and all that kind of stuff. But when you get to a point where I'm at, and I haven't been playing the game like for that long. I play a lot, but I haven't been playing, you know, I've only been playing for a couple weeks maybe. I rarely take a turn, seriously. I have so many animals to breed. I trade, I talk with people. I'm always putting stuff in the auction house and all types of stuff. But I really hope you enjoyed the video. I definitely made it longer than I was gonna, you know, or that I anticipated, and I didn't really, you know what I was gonna show you. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, subscribe, hit the like button, let me know how I did. And in game, my username is Zombie Vomits. So go ahead and add me as a friend and mention this video, and I'll give everybody that does 25,000 Reptos to help them out. Whether you've been playing for a while or whether you're new, I'll go ahead and throw you 25,000 Reptos. And I appreciate everything. Thanks, guys.